Hey everybody, Rick here from Save vs. BS. Now, here's my case. Wizards should be total freaks, not superheroes, not artillery platforms and robes, not just dudes who shoot fireworks from their fingertips like it's an action movie. No. Wizards should be the weirdest, most dangerous, most narratively volatile thing in your entire campaign. And if they're not, you're probably doing it wrong. You're wasting the best part of fantasy. The problem is that somewhere along the way we sanitized magic. We turned it into a checklist, a spreadsheet, a combat loadout. And you know what I mean, especially if you played 5e. At level 5 I get Fireball, at level 7 I get Dimension Door. I take Misty Spell because duh, Counterspell because duh. I prep Cure Wounds just in case. That's not a wizard, that's a technician. You could replace half the spell with tech support jargon and it would sound and feel the same. I cast Firewall. I use Restore Data. I'm using Cloud of Daggers from my Dropbox. This is what we've done. We've turned ancient, unknowable arcane power into a glorified app store. And the real tragedy is most players think it's fine because no one taught them what a wizard could be. Let's rewind. Go back to the roots of the game. Early editions, Appendix N, the stories that birthed the whole thing. Magic was not safe, it was not balanced, and it definitely wasn't normal. It was terrifying. Wizards in those old stories, they didn't have spell slots, and in my games, we don't have spell slots either. They didn't have clean mechanics and tidy effects and organized spell lists. Magic wasn't a menu, it was an invitation to make something up, and that's exactly how I run it at my table. Take one of my players, Alexandria. She plays a fire mage. That's what her character has become. When she wants to cast something, she doesn't look at a spell list. She says, I want to do this, whatever. Sometimes it sounds like a spell from the book. Great. I ask her, what do we want to call it? And we run it straight from the rule book. Other times, it's something totally off the wall. And in those moments, we have a quick chat. What's the effect? What's the risk? And most importantly, what happens if it goes wrong? Because we shape it together. Not because I'm trying to be permissive, but because that's what magic should feel like. Unstable, personal, and dangerous. But I'm kind of getting away from my point. They had bargains, curses, forbidden names etched into blood, arcane knowledge that turned them inhuman. You didn't walk past a wizard in the marketplace and say, oh, excuse me, Lord Wizard, would you please cast light for me? No, you avoided these places and people. You avoided a tower unless you were desperate. You feared the name of the wizard. And modern D&D stripped all that away. So what happened? Two things. One, balance. Two, accessibility. Both sound noble, but there's a trade-off. To make a wizard fair, we sanded off every edge they ever had. We gave them fire damage and healing cantrips and utility spells that double as simple plot solutions. We gave them school choices and subclasses and hundreds of feats to tailor their builds. But we forgot to make them memorable. They became optimized, not ominous. Am I making sense? It makes sense to me. Powerful, but not personal. What should a wizard be? Here is my argument. Wizards should cost something. Magic should hurt. It should be painful. Not mechanically. I'm not saying take 1d4 damage per spell or something like that. I mean narratively, psychologically, socially, morally. Magic should come from somewhere, and that place should be bad news. Your wizard should have ink-stained fingers from drawing words that won't wash off. They should mutter in their sleep in dead languages that they don't know. They should be haunted by something that they almost summoned once upon a time. And when your wizard walks in a room, everyone should stop talking. Not because they're high level, but because they have seen too much and survived. I want wizards who wear cloaks made from the flayed banners of Forgotten Kingdom. I want wizards who name their spells after their victims. I want wizards who refuse to cast magic unless it's absolutely necessary because they know the cost. I want a wizard who coughs up salt water every morning because they once drowned and clawed their way back from the plane of dreams. That's a wizard. Not, I cast shield again. And this goes for NPCs too. Your game's big bad? If they are a wizard, they should be the weirdest thing in the world, not a lich with a monocle. A thing that was once human, maybe, But now it speaks in echoes and bleeds light and only shows up in reflection. Make your players afraid to understand them. Make them have to go mad just to try. Because you know what's scarier than a powerful villain? A powerful villain you can't even comprehend. So maybe you're saying, Rick, I play 5e. I can't just rewrite the system. Why not? Okay, so let's say you can't rewrite the system. Let's just cheat. Here's how you make your wizard freaky without rewriting a single rule. Just describe spells differently. Don't say, you cast mage armor. Say, you whisper a protective incantation that makes your bones glow faintly beneath your own skin. Invent your own rituals. Want to teleport? Sure. But first, you need a lock of hair from the target and a night of meditation under a dead tree. Treat spellcasting like addiction. Make the player wonder, if you couldn't cast spells anymore, would you be relieved or devastated? Tie spells to trauma. Every spell you learn came at a price. What did you lose to learn Fireball? A year of your memory, perhaps? Did you forget the name of your first friend you ever made? Use consequences, not penalties. Magic draws attention. If you cast a flashy spell in town, maybe the local Inquisition starts to watch. Maybe worse, someone sends you a threatening letter that's already signed in your own handwriting. And that's just the beginning. That's just the juice. We ain't even got to the pulp yet. That's just the itch waiting for you to scratch it. If you play a wizard, you have a responsibility. Do not be boring. Be a story engine. Be a risk. Be a problem for your party and be a gift to your dungeon master. If you want to just deal damage, play a fighter or something. If you want to warp reality, then act like it. If I had a new player coming up to me telling me they want to be a magic user, I said, are you ready for this next level? Because you've never played like this before. And if you're a dungeon master, let your wizards be dangerous. Encourage the freaks. If your player wants to pull lightning from a storm, hell, make it happen. Just make them pay for it. Let them do it, because the moment your wizard becomes safe is the moment your magic is dead. Wizards should be freaks. They should be haunted and half gone and beautiful and broken. They should warp your world. They should cost something. And if you've never seen that kind of wizard at your table before, maybe it's time you became one. Don't be optimized, be cursed. I'm Rick, this is Save versus BS. And if you're new here, welcome and thank you. And if you've been here for a while, thank you for sticking around. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, do all the things, and I'll see you in the dark.